I was just sitting out here simply reflecting on the fact that this accident happened on July 8th last year, and I've really been home free ever since. It's almost been a year since I've just been bouncing around couches, finding myself in all these places, overcoming my challenges in all of these places. Everywhere I went was definitely somewhere I was meant to be. I have been told, I've tapped into myself to fully truly understand that I am a mirror wherever I go, a very strong one, because I reflect nothing other than what you give me, because I will only act upon what you give me after maybe the first few weeks of me trying to show you who I am. And this is not in a way of where I'm overdoing it anymore. I'm just simply showing you I can be a great friend to you, a support system. All the places I have been sent to have shown me that these people need a support system, but ultimately I was there to show them their hearts. I was there to show them how kind they could be, how generous they could be, because I am unconditionally loving. I will show anyone everywhere I go. I have nothing against you. I have nothing to judge you for. I have nothing to bring negativity to your space. I only either uplift it or make you shine in your own light. I make you find your own self, because that's what I do everywhere I go. I'm a constant reflection of myself. I reflect every day, so I kind of can't help but emit that kind of same energy. Ultimately, I find a lot of people feel pressured around me to elevate, to get their shit together, basically, because I am constantly always trying to do that for myself. That's how I know how much of a mirror I am. First, they start off supportive, then they don't become supportive anymore. Then it's the fact that they don't want to do what they're doing or want to be doing what they're doing, so they'll project against me that I'm constantly doing something, or I'm not doing what they want to do. But because I have the energy to do everything I want to do, it gets projected against a lot. Everywhere I've been this past year, I've had to stand up for myself. I've had to stand on my own beliefs, on my own strength, and just really make sure that no one distracts me from what I'm doing, from what trajectory I'm on. I can see myself going on such a highlighted area, and I only want support around me at this point. I used to come from a place where the loneliness, the void would drive me crazy, so I would fill my time with people, things that I truly didn't want to be around, truly what I didn't want to do, but I didn't want to be lonely physically. Now I've learned how to take back that power of learning how to work with that loneliness, because every time I really feel like really lonely, it's because I'm not appreciating myself enough. It's because I'm ignoring my own skills and strengths and all those fun things, because I know how fun I am now. Like, I felt like I always could bring a really great energy everywhere I went, but now that I bring all of that to myself, look at how much my life has elevated. If there's anyone that knows me from the past, even like at least 3 years ago, you would be starstruck because I glue the fuck up. Like, that's what I mean, like, because that's how I feel about myself. Not to boast too hard, but I truly feel like starstruck when I look at myself. I watch my old YouTube videos often, so seeing myself from last year April when I first started YouTube to now, I'm like, holy, even the way I talk is different. Everything is slightly different. Like, my fundamentals haven't changed, but my delivery is much different. It's much more confident. I feel very confident compared to when I started YouTube. It's just so nice to see myself on this journey. It's really fun to watch for myself. Ever since I was little, I loved collecting data about things around me and things about myself. For example, every morning before I went to school, I would record the weather. I would record when the sun set and sun rose. I would record how I felt in the morning, and it's really cute to remember little me doing that, and now seeing what my data collecting looks like now. It's cute. It's just a childhood dream of mine to see myself like this. Like, I'm just so, here it goes. I am just completely grateful that I've come back home to myself. That's why I really don't care where I sleep every night. I used to be crazy worried about where I slept. And now I'm just like, I just know where I'm meant to be is where I'm meant to be. I'll be fine wherever it is. I'll be comfy, I'll be safe wherever I am. And I'll just really enjoy everything in between. 20-year-old me would be so surprised. And it's crazy that it was only 6 years ago, but I really, trigger warning, but I really wished to die. Like, I really did. I was too coward to do it. So I tried doing it by overdoing everything else in my life and just hoping one day it would just snap. Like, something would finally just snap and I would just be gone. And it was truly because I felt like no one could see my pain. No one could see everything that was happening to me, what I was getting put through, what I was putting myself through, what I was allowing to happen to me that was harming me. Like, there was just so much pain. And I felt like I was crying out for so long, but I just actually didn't know the words. I didn't know how to talk to anybody about anything. And it took me going into complete isolation, completely away from my old life entirely, for me to finally talk for myself, be there for myself, make myself shine in all the ways I've ever wanted to shine. And if anyone has known me from the past to see me now and is surprised at everything I'm doing, this is truly all I've ever wanted to do. I've wanted to tap into my sexuality. Something that I was so insecure about for so long in my life was my sexual side. And now I'm making money doing it. Very happy doing it. All the creative things I'm doing, I'm still journaling. I'm getting into drawing. I'm writing songs again like I used to on those school buses. Now I'm doing it again. Now I'm slowly getting into wanting to write that story that's been in my head forever. Like, I've always wanted to write a book ever since I was little. That's probably why I did journalism as my first post-secondary choice. I chose journalism, but it just wasn't something for me. Like, school just wasn't for me, but journalism in itself is for me. Now I'm taking everything into my own hands, and doing everything my own way and finding success in it because I just believe in it. I believe in myself so much that even if things don't turn out how I wanted to or hoped it would, yet it turned out even better, I will take it. Even if it was a redirection where I was just like, oh, I went through this again, like if it was a rejection or something like that, like I see those as completely opportunities of redirection now. I'm like, okay, that's just not where I'm meant to focus my life right now. Okay, I'm not meant to see this through. And that's just simply that now. It's such a full circle moment. And even today, there was so many opportunities for me to get really triggered and stay in it because I'm currently around people who think I don't do much because all my work is online. I don't clean up after other people. I don't do things for other people that's not asked of me. I don't work on silence anymore. I don't try to read someone's mind and do it. Like, I can get a feel for what's happening around me 100%. Most of the times I am right. But unless you ask me yourself to do something for you, I won't do it. I'm just not trying to make someone's life easier and mine harder because they can't communicate. That's where I'm currently at right now. There are a lot of modes where I don't feel completely comfy or safe to do my sex work. And when it's like my sex work, I love taking my nudes. I love, solo play. So I like to be able to feel comfy doing those things. I think those are a work of art in a NSFW form that I love to do. I love to do it. I don't want to be oh my God, are you going to do that your whole life? Who knows? Who knows? Right now, I'm enjoying it. And if I'm enjoying it and it's making me the money, I'm good. I see myself going on a much grander trajectory than just simply sex work. I see myself doing way more and much more with the community. So maybe my focus might not be on this so much, but I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not gonna, if something else happens for me and it takes me away from this work, I'm not gonna delete it. Like, I look through those pictures and I'm proud of myself for those, like I take them, I edit them, I'm just so proud of the work I do, so it's gonna still be there. Just so much things and opportunities I feel around me. I feel completely limitless now, coming from a place where I felt super limited and thinking, okay, I'm just gonna have to live my life for completely everyone else. I'm gonna work for a manager that does not respect me. I'm gonna do things for my family that don't appreciate me. I'm gonna do things for my friends, be there for my friends. They don't appreciate me. Like, I'm done doing that. Done doing that. That's why I'm in this mode where if you're not excited to be around me, I'm not gonna make time to be around you. I am excited about my own time. Okay, so I find the value in that now. I am owning that fact that my time is completely precious, and how I choose to spend it is how I choose to spend it. If it looks like I have free time, it's not free time for you. It's not free time for you. It's not my fault that you're choosing all these stresses in your life and you're choosing not to do anything about it. That's not my fault anymore. I'm just really excited for where everything's headed for me right now. I feel on cloud 100. I'm just so connected with everything. Like, I feel so connected to the elements. I feel so connected to the divine. I feel connected with others, even if they're coming from like a more negative light with me. I'm still connected. I feel connection to them because I understand those emotions. I understand where people are coming from. I'm really enjoying the patio right now. This is the first time the person I'm staying with just installed it. It's really nice. Oh, the dog is barking me. It's hilarious. The dog is barking me to go inside because we're outside for too long and she wants to go inside now. I just finished eating overall, and don't mind Cookie and her snoring. I just finished watching Hitomi and Leia Fields Notes recent videos. I was watching their videos and I was admiring their journey. And then I started crying. And then I started thinking about mine. As much as I was saying from before, I'm trying not to repeat anything. I'm super grateful for my journey. There was so many hard moments during it, especially all the moments where I didn't know I was gonna have a roof, all the moments where I was starting not to get along with the people I was around. Like, there were those hard moments, but I always knew I was gonna overcome them. I always knew there was better for me than that current state of environment because of simply how much I've had to face challenges in my life and been forced to do nothing but overcome them. If I stayed stuck in anything that hurt me from before, that would have completely ruined me. I held on to my childhood pain up until last year, up until the finishing of this year, and I'm 26. There's so much of that I was holding on to that when I finally released the childhood pain, everything else seemed much easier to let go of after that. When that started happening, I started realizing that detachment carries so much value for your own personal life. The only reason why things are so hard to let go of is because the attachment to the story, to the things, to the person, to create who you are. That's the attachment, where you don't know yourself fully enough that you're allowing other things to define you. I've lived through that. So now I know what that looks like to not to do anymore. So many things in my life have shown me what not to do as much as what to do. And I'm taking all of that in with so much grace, with so much power. I'm so honored because I can see me simply sharing is helping other people too, and I didn't expect that by sharing my story. I simply just wanted other people to hear me, to see me, to listen to me, because the people in my life wouldn't. So I just wanted anyone to. That's why I started becoming online and sharing my story, because really I started becoming online because I had my OnlyFans, and then that made me, honestly though, ever since starting my OnlyFans, that has catapulted me being on the screen and being comfy. That kind of work puts you at your most vulnerable state, literally. Like, it is a vulnerable state. And also art, it's art. There's obviously harmful ways to see this kind of work, of course. I'm beyond the people who think it's gross, derogatory. It's I just know it's not for you. If you're not comfy with it in your own life, of course you're not going to be comfy seeing it. And if it's just simply you're not comfy seeing it, then that's fine. You know, it's not for you. But there's a whole market for people, and it doesn't even have to be simply creepy people watching my stuff. No, there's genuine people who watch my stuff, who are my friends, and they literally say, your work is art. So it's not always catering to creepy people. No. It's so much more beyond that for me. I want to bring more power to it. I really tried to stay so strong and firm in what I was doing. The only comments that I would get really deterred from when it came to my work was just when people start to censor me when I don't need to be censored. That's the part. Or when people just overlook anything I have to say adds value because of the work I do, which I get a lot. I get a lot of people who think because the way I look and what I do that I don't have intelligence. I'm just here to look pretty and be pretty. Like, nope, sorry, you have someone who's gonna challenge all of your stereotypes, because I do believe I'm more than just a pretty face. I know I'm more than just my sexual appeal. I have a huge and just fantastic brain that loves to learn, that loves to discover. So you cannot tell me that, because I am an endless encyclopedia and wants to continuously like fuel it. There's no way that I feel deterred by anything now. Now that I have that confidence to stand on my own ground and be my own person, that mixed with my newfound intelligence that I'm just gonna keep building on, like, I feel like a fucking champion. I've really championed this season of my life. I've learned so much since the start of the year. I've learned so fucking much this year in general, from last June till this moment. This time last year, I carried the burdens of not feeling good enough and really acting like that in my life. This time last year, I was still living at the old place, surrounded by people who really didn't see my worth, talked down against it, and I allowed that to impact me. Not only was that happening, but I felt sad about it every day. I felt powerless about my situation every day. I truly didn't feel as grateful as I wanted to be, because really, I had a beautiful house. I had a beautiful room. That house was the nicest house I ever lived in Ontario. I just couldn't be grateful for it because of who was in there. And that was just a whole lesson in itself that I got to learn. The whole rearrangement of learning about my finances, because your flow of money correlates with your self-worth. It really does. Seeing that, I knew my self-worth was really low when I was living out in my car and first hearing that lesson about how your self-worth correlates with your money. I was like, okay, it's really showing me that my self-worth is so low, because I'm literally homeless, living out in my car, about to lose my car too. And then when I had stable footing, I lost my car after 3 months. So there was just a lot of financial like turnarounds for me that I got to just face my shit for. I had to, because I was living such a fast life, escaping my pain, that I built on credit card debt easily. I built on instant gratification. So that's how I financed the car. I was able to keep the financing for a while, but when I turned to entrepreneurship, it didn't last. I don't see myself making those same decisions. I see myself really thinking of long-term investments before buying anything, before doing anything. And this is not in a way trying to be stingy either. Like, I'm trying to still continuously have a really nice flow of money, because whatever I do spend money on, I get excited about it. I'm so grateful for it. And the things I want to buy, it's not as impulsive. Like, if I want to buy a certain thing, I want to make sure I want it at least for 2 days. And those are small things still. Like, for example, my coloring, my pencil crayons, something that's $3. I really thought about it and I was like, do I need it? Do I want it? Am I going to use it? Like, I was even being conscious of a $3 item, just because I want to be able, if bigger purchase happen, I want to slow down. Like, something I had to learn from my money was to slow down with the crazy spending, because once I had access to a really big visa, big purchases happened. I'm learning, and it's just so exciting because I'm not stopping. Like, because I've healed so much, I'm not gonna solely focus on that anymore, because I feel like I'm a little bit beyond that now. I feel like I'm in a completely new cycle now where the trust I have for myself is next level, the love for myself I have is next level. Like, in no way do I ever want to harm myself financially, physically, spiritually, intellectually, emotionally, like none of those things. Every time I get a trigger now, yesterday I received a trigger. That was the first time hearing it from these people. I've been around a lot of people where they don't think I do anything because of the work I do, which is fine, but I feel like every time I'm put in a new environment, sharing a same roof, and then the people think that eventually, then I start getting a little bit offended and upset because they show me something different in my face, and then I hear about it behind my back. So it was triggering, but now seeing myself get triggered by it and realizing what that trigger actually was, which is simply the fact that I don't have to prove anything to anyone. She doesn't know me, and her opinions truly don't matter to me. So if I have all those ingredients, I don't need to keep them with me, those thoughts. Now it kind of helped me in a way show what I've been working on this whole time when it comes to other people, because I used to be so influenced by someone's judgment so much that I wouldn't make decisions, that I wouldn't do anything. Now I don't care because I know it doesn't hurt another person. It might hurt their ego, but it doesn't really hurt the person. Now I feel more empowered to not really care about what anyone says is any kind of caliber, because if I've been able to handle it in any space, like literally sharing the same roof, if I was able to handle it then, I can handle people I don't know on the internet. I can handle anybody who doesn't know me. Like, if you really don't ask me any questions but you're making judgment on me, I don't care about your thoughts. If you're not gonna fact check anything with me, but you're just gonna talk about your observations and what you think you know and act like it's a fact, do you, boo boo, do you. If it makes you feel better, just do it. Just do it if it makes you feel better. For me, it won't impact me either way. I've said multiple times, and I continuously speak this on myself, that whatever negative energy comes my way is transmuted to my power and abundance. So honestly, keep doing it if you want to make me more rich. I don't know, like I love it, sure. I know I'm protected, I know I'm safe. I'm really not bothered by anyone anymore, and yesterday showed me that. Yesterday, June 18. I'm so proud of myself, y'all. Come such a long way, and I'm never gonna stop saying it. I'm just so proud. From someone who literally just couldn't see the light, who just didn't believe their life amounted to anything, and now living like this. Infinitely complex yet simple. The Taurus motto. Something that just approached in my head right now. I don't even have prominent Taurus placements, but that when it was Taurus season and I was trying to embody that quote specifically, like I think of it often whenever I'm kind of in this blissful state where I know my life is going somewhere. I know how much work I've done. I'm trusting and believing in it, and now I'm just simply just chilling. I'm simply chilling in the in-between. I'm resting. That is rare for me. I know other people can't stand me resting for too long, but for me and my life, I need this. I really needed this to learn how to rest. Like, I had to learn how to calm down. So nice. Living from such a high function anxiety person, not thinking I had anything wrong with me, because how could anything be wrong with me? I'm still moving, I'm still doing things for myself, I'm still doing things for other people, but I couldn't fucking breathe. I couldn't breathe back then. And now I can take as many deep breaths as I want. It's such a... I'm so excited for this new chapter. I'm so excited for this new book, as in like that's just gonna come my way. Like, I'm just so excited for anything and everything, no matter how small, no matter how big. I'm just fucking excited. I'm excited to wake up every day. I'm excited to just be. My life is not defined by the things I finish, the things I complete, the things I'm doing. Like, my life is not defined by the work I produce.
It's not defined by only making money. It's just so nice to just feel worthy just to be here and exist. So nice to just be aligned with nature. That's how I've always thought. I was just like, everything seems so calm, gradual, flowing with nature, but why for us it's so fucking difficult and rushing and hard? And it's only because there's a crazy system in place that's keeping everyone trapped, and it's not a good system. It doesn't benefit anyone except the people that it's already benefiting. I want to show there's abundance for everyone. I want to show what happens when money goes into good hands. Till then, I'm so okay with how I'm living. Even I don't expect too much change from, I don't see myself overindulging in my money. I've always never wanted money just to simply have it. And maybe that's why I never strived for the riches. I find maybe that's why a lot of people don't, because they villainize what money, a lot of money can do, because you see the celebrities with money, what happens with them. You see what happens when people who aren't ready have a lot of money. You see what happens to them. And that's all has to do with how you feel on the inside. That's why a lot of people are prepared to turn from a lack mindset to abundant one before having money, because when you have it, you'll finally know what to do with it instead of recklessly doing things with it. Recklessly doing stuff with money shows you're still in a lack mindset. It ties together. I'm gonna turn that around. I'm gonna show it's okay to have a lot of money. You are deserving of having money, because money means access. Money doesn't mean end all be all. It doesn't mean that's what your life has amounted to. It just means more access. And we are allowed to have access, okay? We are allowed to have access to wherever we want to live, the food we want to eat, the water we're not even supposed to be fucking paying. No, we're not even supposed to be fucking paying for resources, you guys. We are worthy of these things. And I'm gonna show y'all. Okay? At this point, my drive is still for myself, like of course, but I want to show you all. I'm so determined what I'm doing works for everyone. I'm gonna and it's already, if it's not already happening, that's okay. I've already set in my head that I feel like more people will be convinced when I have more materials, unfortunately, because you know, people like to see the proof in the pudding more so, like the end game. Like people want to see, oh, that person got rich, now they have a big house, boof, how can I do that? But they don't see the process, the tears, the fallbacks, the setbacks, all of that. And my YouTube has shown every setback I've ever faced. I've been pretty vulnerable and open. Now I want to show everyone, it's the point of life is the progress. The point of life is the in-between. That end all be all is because that has attracted to that person. You know, no matter how they have gained it, the more that someone has actually worked for it, the more they are able to appreciate it, the longer they're able to have it. You see right now, the celebrities who used to have it all are starting not to, and that shows where the gratitude lies. You see the celebrities who are very grateful continuously to be very fruitful in their career, in their life, what they get to experience and show. It's because of their gratitude. But you see celebs fall off real quick who are not grateful. You will see it. And if it's not that, there's another force, you know, that's keeping them rich. But ultimately, it's okay to have money. It's okay to have access. You are deserving of these things. Please understand that. Okay? I really want you to know you're worthy of anything you want in this life. You're deserving simply because. And I love you. I love you so, so much. Okay? Truly love you.